Tired of your crew calling you for every little thing? Then watch this. I own a painting business, and so I'm going to use some examples of the questions I would get asked all the time and make two quick procedures, one for painting trim, one for painting doors. And then I'm going to show you how Buildineer can answer your crew's questions so they don't need to call you anymore. This screen right here is the home dashboard, and I'll break all this down into further demos inside the platform. All that will be found in this support button when you come in. But for now, I'm going to just make those two procedures real quick. I'm going to come in here. Like I said, I'll break all this down, how this works inside of the platform itself. So I'll choose interior. Let's paint, trim. And for paint and trim, we're going to use the 2.5-inch brush. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to the app and tell it exactly how I want the trim painted. Make me a procedure for painting trim. We always inspect the trim for cracks and fill any nail holes if there is any. We clean the trim and then we pick up after ourselves before we do any painting. Then we apply 2 coats of paint with the 2.5-inch Purdy Dale XL brush and just make sure that the paint is thoroughly dry before putting the second coat on. After we're done, make sure all the cleanup's done and do a walkthrough with the customer before you leave the job site. So now the AI is going to break all this down into steps. It takes about 6 seconds for it to make the procedure. And now you have everything that I just said is broken down. Inspect the trim, fill your surfaces, clean it, pick up the work area. So it broke down everything that I just said into steps for your crew to follow. So I'm going to publish that, and I have other procedures in here already. And I have policies as well, so it's going to actually work between all of them. But now I'll make one for doing doors. Interior, let's paint. I don't think I have doors yet. I don't. Doors. And for this one, we can use the 4-inch natural brush. Make me a procedure for painting doors. We always inspect the doors first to make sure there's no damage. If the doors need primed, we'll put a coat of primer on them, but we always use the 4-inch natural bristle brush when we paint doors. Make sure we do 2 coats of paint, pick up when we're done, and have the customer inspect the door before we leave the job site. So it's going to, again, put it into steps. Again, about 6 seconds for it to break everything down. Inspect the door, see if priming's needed. So it takes everything that you say and it puts it into step-by-step steps for your crew to follow. So we'll publish that. Now this next screen is going to be what your crew sees. So they'll get on their phone. This is what the field app looks like. There's 5 buttons down at the bottom. And now when they have a question, instead of calling you, they'll ask the app. What paintbrush do we use when we paint trim? Two and a half Purdy brush. And then it puts your procedure or your procedure right below it. Can ask it again. What paintbrush do we use when we paint doors? 4-inch natural brush. So all those questions that you get called for nonstop, we finally solved it. And it's because I've dealt with this for years, answering the same questions. Every job just always felt like I was just doing the same thing over and over again. Now I'll give you a quick breakdown of the platform itself. There's only 8 buttons, and that is because I am not a computer person. So I told the development team if it was more complicated than sending a text message, it wasn't going to work for me. So the first button I'll show you is this work button. And this is where you can go and you can make tasks and send it directly to your team. So that's what that field app is for. It can be just a simple task like, clean the shop, or I had one on there, go to Sherwin Williams. Or you can have it be like a job overview for the main task and then give it steps. So you could have, paint the Smith residence, and then you can just keep adding, paint the office, paint the bathroom, and then say exactly how you want it done as you're assigning it. And then you can assign it to your team, which would all be down at the bottom. So, what's nice about this though is when you are making those tasks, it comes with a timer if you choose to put it with each step. And now you can send that timer to your team. And when the time is done, you can choose if you want to put it in your production rates. So, in my painting business, where everything is production rates, and most of it's square foot an hour. So if I think I'm painting ceilings at 300 square feet an hour, now I actually have a way to, one, keep it stored other than just in an Excel sheet or Google sheet. I can have it right here on my dashboard. But two, I can get those live times in the field and actually push them to the production rates and see really what we are doing as a company. Just a couple other buttons. You have your own AI chat on the admin side. It's very similar. It works a little different though than the field app. This actually can help you make policy, so it can like work with you until you reach that conclusion that you want to publish. The flag chats is where when your team asks a question that you don't have a policy or a procedure for yet, it'll still give them an answer, but it lets you know that you didn't have it. So that way, next time you can create one, and next time there'll be something there that you actually made. And the incidents is where in the field your crew can log if something comes up, and it works the same as the flag chats. It's just to notify you. So if something happens out in the field, you can take note of it and decide if you want to turn it into a policy or procedure or not. And like I said at the start, all of this is broke down into depth in this support button. There's videos in there. That's where you'll go to book a call, or if you need to send us a message. And then it's just your normal settings and billing sections. So you're making a great decision by building this structure in your business. And I cannot wait to find out how this changes how you run your company, and the success you have.